to draw the last couple requests tonight. That's my goal, that's my hope. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna put things on random, so I'll probably not talk too much during the course of this. I say that fairly often, and I still just talk all the time. I know. Here we go. Nope, that's the eraser. Okay. There we go. And this pupper is wearing a lovely red jumper, and red is not a color we have a lot of on here, so I'm happy to go with a nice red. So I'm going to try not to take forever on this one, as I've done with others in the past. It's just not always super easy. I've discussed a lot with friends and acquaintances about not, like, actually detailing things. Like, not detailing things. Oh, yes. As I go. That looks ridiculous, so don't I do it. It's laying a guideline, and then there's just laying something that doesn't look anything like what you're trying to achieve. How odd, it's like his eye sinks into his ear. It's just white fur, it's hard to discern, but it's still funny, weird. Cool effect. I love dog noses. Like, I cannot believe I've only just started paying attention to how dog noses are shaped in this request thread, because they're super cool. Again, I'm doing this without having actually finished even drawing the head, and I'm starting to detail again after I just said that this was a problem that I had. Oh, what cute fluffy ears. These kinds of dogs are not really my kind of dog. But they're certainly still pretty cute. I mean, they're still dogs. And certainly as you have to stare at something to draw it, you begin to appreciate its form a bit more. At least in my experience. Maybe some people get sick of looking at things, but I find that I tend to appreciate them more the more that I look at them. I guess you could consider it kind of like a drawing Stockholm Syndrome. Sure. Maybe I wasn't fond of this breed before I started drawing it, but then I had to capture its essence and I was made to love it. His face is really way too big. In a way that makes no sense to me or anybody. I am a huge fan of Urusei Yatsura. it makes sense in that like one of the first anime that I ever saw was the second Urusei Yatsura movie, Beautiful Dreamer, and it's just like it's a masterwork, particularly when you watch it when you're 11 and you have never dealt with big questions like the concept of time, like the philosophical concept of time. And yeah, it's amazing, and I would not be opposed to somebody redoing, like the director redoing that in a medium that perhaps more suited what he was trying to get at. And the director hasn't done a lot of projects, honestly, but the projects he's done have all had that kind of explorative, introspective vibe. Surrealistic vibe as well. He's, as far as I know, he's pretty much a legend in circles of people who enjoy. This is just not coming up. I'm sorry, this is just not coming up. There's something fundamentally wrong here that once again I probably would have figured out if I'd done this right to start with. But because I didn't do this right to start with, I don't know what's wrong. It's too big for one thing. Yeah, that's a bit better. I feel like I'm beginning to grasp what art is all about. A lot of my life and a lot of people who I know who are also into art's lives has largely been focused on the concept that like we're just drawing until one day we're magically better. And it's not really how art works. You want to be good at something, you've got to repeatedly practice that thing, and then you'll become good at that thing. I'm good at eyes because since I was a child I drew nothing but eyes. And I drew singular eyes, so I'm good at singular eyes. I'm not even good at placing eyes on a skull. And if you draw one eye good enough, then people generally like feel like that's really good. So like at least in terms of laymen, you're not going to have people going, oh man, look at that funky eye. They're going to go, oh man, yeah, that eye's funky, but also this other eye over here is really nice. I should tell that person that their eye is very nice. And not, I should tell people that their eye looks very funky. But you know, in my case, I was lucky enough to be on a forum dedicated to improving one's arts. And it's not, I will be honest, like 90 to 100% of the people who went on that forum did it because they thought that people would really like their art, and they just wanted to have lots and lots of compliments about how great their arts was. And what they got in exchange was, of course, a valley of their peers, convention of their peers, a gaggle of peers, essentially, who all wanted to seem the most woke about art. And it was good because we all wanted to feel like we were making some kind of valuable contribution, even if people didn't like our art the best. Maybe we could be the smartest or the most observant. And so we tried very hard to critique each other. And of course, there were some times where we could not handle the critiques, and there were times where we could. And overall, I improved the most when I was a part of that forum. And it certainly left me with the sense that that one should never be satisfied with where they think they are in art, and one should always strive to be better than they are. So that's a big piece of fluff there. Stretching out from his nose like so, and ending in this cute little tuft. And yeah, I'm gonna end up having to detail it again because it is otherwise just making zero sense as I'm trying to draw it. I really do want to get to the point where I can just not over detail things before I lay down the basics. But today is not that day, apparently. It's all fluff. It's all fluff. This is all fluff. Because this is a fluffy pupper. It's a very fluffy pupper. That's compared to... Yeah. Look at this fluffy, fluffy puppy. This dog has just that big face for her. You know, one of my favorite Final Fantasy music pieces is actually the death theme from Final Fantasy 1. If I can find it, then I'll play it, but yeah, it's a weird one, but yeah. Yeah, I think it goes something like do 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 I mean, Final Fantasy tends to have a history of having really nice sounding death themes, essentially, to the point where you could probably listen to them by themselves. Maybe it's to give you time to reflect on your death. I don't know. Really good music. I can reflect on my death with this sort of thing. But yeah, I always felt that they'd peaked a little, like, well, not peaked. Nobuo Uematsu has made some fantastic music throughout his career, and I don't feel like he's reached the end yet. He's still a fantastic artist, but it was a bit soon for how good that song was.